welcome back, and it's now time for another match prediction. What did we do last weekend? Forbidden Door. AEW and New Japan's Forbidden Door, which we did not watch, but we heard was an excellent pay-per-view. And now we're doing Money in the Bank, which on paper usually is one of WWE's, top 4 or 5 events of the year?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure about this year.
Right up there with Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Survivor Series.
Yeah, this is a big event. And they started out really having this... It's going to be a huge event. It's going to be at the Raiders Stadium, Allegiant Stadium.
They announced that last year
in Vegas. Yeah. And then from what we hear, the ticket sales were not good.
I know why.
And it has been moved from Allegiant Stadium, and you're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands, football stadium, not even to the T-Mobile Arena, which we were at for Double or Nothing a month ago, but to the small MGM Grand Garden Arena, which we stayed at night at MGM Grand. It was literally right there. It did not look too big. I don't know if it maybe seats 10, 11,000. I don't know.
It was that boxing arena from Ocean's 11.
Yeah. So, they've been doing wrestling events and boxing events for years, but it's definitely not Allegiant Stadium.
No.
And so here we are. We're going to move on. We're going to make our predictions. There's about 6 matches tonight, 3 of which are girls' matches and 3 guys' matches. Let's go ahead and start if you guys are ready. We're going to start with one of the guys' matches, the undisputed tag team champions, the Usos, taking on the Street Profits, former champs. Ethan, you start us out.
Well, for this match, there's no question. It's going to be the Usos.
Okay.
The Usos and Roman Reigns, their big reign of dominance that's been going on for the last few years with the Bloodline, it's not coming to an end anytime soon. I can see it coming to an end around WrestleMania next year or even later. And it's going to come to an end soon. It's been multiple years, and I know it might even continue for another year from now. But it ain't going to go on like a San Martino 7-year reign, because by that time Roman Reigns will be long gone into the world of Hollywood.
Okay.
But I'm going to say the Street Profits lose, and the Usos retain the belts tonight.
What do you think, Brady?
I think, Usos.
I agree. I think Usos win this. And like Ethan said earlier, Roman Reigns, he's not even on the card tonight, which is sad.
That's one of the reasons why this card is not that good. Even if it's not Roman Reigns defending, there has to be a world title match.
Yeah, they unified the belts, which I don't agree with. And then Roman Reigns' contract has changed, and he's not on television as much, which, I don't have no problem with that. But it's like, we got to have a champion. And we had that with Brock Lesnar for all those years, and it was like, he was only there once in a while.
But there's always another belt.
Yeah, and there's always another belt. Well, there's not another belt now. And so you got Roman Reigns, I just don't agree with it. I don't even like the fact that they unified the tag team titles.
No.
I don't mind a long reign for the Usos. The Usos are good. Will they hold the belts all the way to WrestleMania? Maybe not. Now, I think Roman Reigns might. But I don't know if the Usos will. But I don't think tonight's the night they lose them. And is there really that many good tag teams? I mean, I like the Street Profits.
New Day.
There's nothing wrong.
New Day, of course.
There's nothing wrong with long title reigns to a certain degree. Like in AEW, they have longer title reigns.
Yes.
Usually 6 months to a year.
But they make sense.
The champion is there.
Yeah.
The champion has matches whenever they have an event. And a lot of times defends like once a month, sometimes even on Dynamite.
Yeah.
And you just don't know. They could lose that at any time. But when like Roman Reigns is not there, and he's not going to lose it anyway. If only they would have unified the belts, which is a cool moment for Roman Reigns, but then they would have like split off the other belt.
Yeah.
He would have vacated the other belt and given it to somebody else or something like that. And now the Usos, there's only one world championship for Roman Reigns. There's only one tag team championships. They're unified, and the Usos aren't going to lose anytime soon. And there needs to be more than that. They need to be split up. Even if they're going to have these big reigns for Roman Reigns and the Usos for however long, there needs to be another belt that gets defended, and there could be a chance, like more of a chance of somebody changing hands.
So we all picked the Usos, pretty much. So we're all saying Usos. We'll move on to the next match. Intercontinental champion is Gunther, which he's not on this card at all, which is interesting. But we got the Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair, defending against Carmelo. We don't always do all the girls' predictions, but we will do these tonight because the card is only 6 matches. Yeah. And 3 of those are girls' matches. So, Brady, you go first. Carmella, is she going to win the championship or Bianca Belair?
Probably not. Gonna win.
So you're going to be Belair. I am too. I really think, WWE, their girls wrestling is better than AEW. It's one of the only things that's better than, even though AEW is getting better. They're getting some new people, and of course they got the best.
They don't have as much star power.
They don't.
When it comes to female wrestling.
But the reality is I think we're to the point now where only about 3 or maybe 4 girls in WWE are ever going to be the champion. Belair, Lynch, Flair, and
Ronda
Rousey.
That's about it.
Carmella, these other people, these lesser stars, they're not going to be champion. This is not going to happen. So I go Belair as well. What do you think?
I'll agree with you.
Yeah, we all agree on that. We're also going to go to the SmackDown Women's Championship, Ronda Rousey versus Natalya, and you can just go ahead and insert what I said the last time. Natalya, even though she's been around a long time, she's probably a Hall of Famer. She's not going to beat Rousey here. Nobody's going to beat Rousey for a while.
No.
And I go Rousey.
Isn't it like a submission
I agree.
match?
It might be. I'm not up on that. I haven't followed it.
I agree with you. Rousey.
All right. You agree?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to move on to, there's 3 matches left. You get the United States title match. You get the champion Theory, which I think is absolutely stupid that they dropped his first name as being Austin Theory. I'm not an Austin Theory fan, but Theory is a dumb name. And he's taking on Bobby Lashley. And
Theory.
I almost forgot about the United States Championship.
United States Championship match.
I almost forgot that even existed because they never defended on pay-per-view, ever.
Well,
they do.
we're back to you, and you're going to make your prediction
I'm
on this
just
match.
kidding, but you know what I mean. They rarely defend it.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. They don't defend. Those titles aren't as prestigious as they used to be.
No, the Intercontinental title used to be so prestigious, and it's not. And the U.S. title either. So what's your prediction on this?
Well, sadly, this is a huge upset, but it's going to be Theory.
Yeah.
I just think it is. Bobby Lashley is multiple-time world champion. He does not lose very often. Losing to Theory, who is, although he's been around, he was in NXT for a while, then he was on the main roster for a little bit, and I think he went back.
And I don't think he ever won a championship.
And he become United States champion, and they're pushing him heavily. He's not my favorite wrestler. He might be a decent wrestler in the ring, but not my favorite. Not my favorite character either. And now he's going to beat Bobby Lashley, and he'll probably beat John Cena at SummerSlam. I'm going to say Theory.
What do you
Sadly,
Theory
winning.
I'll go Theory as well. The only way I could see him losing is maybe to take the U.S. title off of him to set up his match with Cena, which I think is going to happen less than 30 days away at SummerSlam in Nashville. I think we're going to see Austin Theory. People are saying, "Oh, he's the new Cena." You know, we don't need another Cena. We already have one, and he's fine. Whatever.
Not really.
But
I got tired of Cena after a few years.
But I still say Theory wins. The only way he doesn't is if they want to get the title out of the picture just to set up a match that is not for the U.S. title. Mm-hmm. Even though I still don't think he'll be Cena at SummerSlam. But we'll get to that at SummerSlam. We got 2 matches left. Both are the Money in the Bank matches. The girls first. Lacey Evans versus Alexa Bliss versus Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Asuka versus Shotzi versus Becky Lynch. Brady, you would be up first to make your prediction on this.
I'm neutral. I don't know.
You got to make a prediction.
I mislike all those.
You got Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch.
What kind of name is Shotzi?
You got to go first. You're first.
I got my prediction.
He's first. Come on.
I don't know.
Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, Shotzi, or Becky Lynch. He's going to Liv Morgan. Okay.
I'm going to agree. I was actually thinking that. They've been kind of pushing her for a little while.
Okay.
She's never been world champion, of course. But I'm going to say she wins. I'm probably wrong. But I just feel like out of the lineup that they have is not that many big wrestlers. She's not that big either, but it's not going to be Becky Lynch.
No.
Has she won it before? I don't know. But she just lost the world title. She's not going to win.
This is tough for me because I have not been following this wrestling. I haven't been following WWE that much lately, and I haven't been following the girls' championship this run. They both say Liv Morgan, so I could go that way. Lacey Evans just came back, and I don't know what they're doing with her. Alexa Bliss is back, and I don't think she's not as dark as she was. I don't know. I'm gonna if it was my pick, just looking at this, I would go with Bliss. I think I like Bliss better than all these people. But I'm gonna say, you know what? This is WWE. Let's go with somebody that doesn't deserve to win this, not because she's not good, it's just because she doesn't need it, and that's Becky Lynch. So I'm going to say Becky Lynch wins because this is something WWE do. She does not. This is not a match for her to win. She doesn't need a briefcase, but it's WWE. So I'm going to go with Becky Lynch here. And then we're moving on to the what I would consider the main event, the Money in the Bank, the men's Money in the Bank match.
What else is gonna be the main event?
Probably, if I was looking at this is probably on paper, not because all these guys are bad, but as far as a Money in the Bank match, I think of a person who's not been champion before or hasn't been champion for a long time. You look at these matches. You got Seth Rollins. He doesn't need to be in this match.
No.
He's already been world champion multiple times.
He's won Money in the Bank before.
He's won Money in the Bank before. He doesn't need to win this match.
He won Money in the Bank like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Because this
Drew McIntyre's in this match. I like Drew McIntyre. I like Seth. But I like Drew McIntyre too. He doesn't need to be in this match.
He was in last year's, and he didn't need to be in it.
He doesn't need a briefcase to qualify for the title. So that's two guys right there. Then you got Omos. Nothing against him, but he's just the typical tall wrestler, and he's not ready to be a world champion.
No.
So, I don't know. I'm not against him in it. Then you got Sami Zayn.
He can probably just reach his arm up or stand on his tippy toes. And
you got Sami Zayn.
His arm's right here.
You got Sami Zayn is in this match, who's really not world title material. Sadly, they've ruined him.
He was so good in NXT, and then
he was at one time.
One of the first Vince McMahon squashes.
Yeah, and they've absolutely, and he doesn't deserve to be in this match. I'm glad he's there, I guess, for him. And they get Sheamus, who's been multiple-time champion, and I'm so tired of
I'm just not going to fix that.
His bullies gimmick or whatever. What do they call the guys?
Something brute.
The Brute's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. They ruined Pete Dunne. And then
Pete Dunne. That's another example of a squash. Pete Dunne was so good, and then they made a Butch. Butch, go on, Vince.
And this shows Madcap Moss in the match, but I believe Corbin's in the match. I think that's what happened last night. Either way, I can see Moss getting it because they've been pushing him a little bit more.
I still don't like
and then you've got Riddle. So if I want to make my prediction first, the only way I walk out of this event, after this event, happy, is if Riddle wins. Riddle, they've been pushing. Finally, a superstar they haven't squashed. I know he just fought for the title, and he's not going to win the championship anytime very soon. But he's the one who deserves it. There's so many people who would be great in this match.
Ricochet.
He just had a long intercontinental title.
AJ Styles. Even somebody like Kofi Kingston who had the belt one time.
What are they even doing with him? Dancing with Shanky? I saw that on SmackDown.
That's so stupid. Seth doesn't deserve it. Or Seth doesn't need it.
Me sick, right?
Drew doesn't need it. Sheamus really doesn't need it. Omos isn't ready. Sami Zayn has already been squashed. And if I don't know if Baron Corbin's in this match. That's what I heard. That's what I thought I read last night. I didn't watch it. If somehow Corbin or even Moss walk out of this, I'm done with WWE. I'm serious, and I've watched since 1991 when I was 9 years old watching WrestleMania 7. If Baron Corbin, who's already won a Money in the Bank match and didn't cash in because he's not good enough, if he would walk out with that match, I'm done.
That's the same thing you said a couple years ago when Corbin fought for the title on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
3 years in a row.
Corbin is the worst.
We just don't like Corbin.
He should have been fired a long time ago. And I'm not calling for anybody to be fired, but he's
probably a really nice person in real life.
Probably. And he's not the absolute worst wrestler.
No.
It's just how they portrayed him.
He's just not our favorite. And all of his stupid gimmicks, it's not his fault. But.
So you guys make your prediction. Here, I've made my spiel, and I've talked what I thought, Riddle or nobody.
Riddle or Madcap, probably. Riddle.
You gonna say Riddle?
I wish it would be Riddle. I want to look at this list.
Yeah, look at that list. Like I said,
It won't be Rollins.
I don't think so.
It won't be McIntyre.
It doesn't make sense.
It won't be Sheamus. Maybe Omos. Not Zayn.
Omos is probably going to be
maybe
a second
Riddle.
who I think they'll make it.
It needs to be Riddle. I'm just going to say Riddle. There's just something inside me that's just like, he just had a world title match. Is he really going to be Mr. Money in the Bank? He needs to be. They've done a great job actually pushing him. That's one of the people they've actually done a good job with, even though he kind of needs to break away from Randy Orton, even though I'm afraid if they do that.
Orton's hurt now, so this is his time.
Yeah, he needs to win this. But who knows? I'm going to say Riddle.
Now, in all actuality, this was Cody's match to win. I think everybody realizes Cody would have probably won this match, and he would have had the briefcase. Not that I would say that's the best way to.
He'd be in Seth Rollins' spot.
He would probably. And he's injured, and there's a lot of injuries. Randy's out. There's several guys out, on both AEW and WWE. Edge is out, I guess.
Adam Cole's out.
But like Finn Balor could be in this match. He'd be perfect. I know he's been champion before, but they've not done with it. Even a Damian Priest would be better than like Baron Corbin
and Sheamus and.
I mean, I know you put like Seth in there maybe for like star power. Man, I don't know. I'm going to be surprised. We'll see what happens. Maybe they'll surprise us. They surprised us with WrestleMania, and we really haven't watched a WWE pay-per-view since WrestleMania. We actually got rid of Peacock, and we don't have it now. But we're going to plan to get it back tonight, and go ahead and watch this just to see what happens.
I don't get how WWE
sell afterwards.
I don't get how WWE can have such a great WrestleMania that they had this year. Probably the best WrestleMania I've watched live, which is only like 4 or 5 WrestleManias.
Yeah, it was good.
It was great. A lot of big moments. Cody Rhodes, great match. A few good matches.
Austin stuff was fun.
Yeah. Vince McMahon.
Yep.
Wrestling. And a lot of stuff happened. Then they had that 5-star match at Cell, which we did not watch, but I heard was very good.
Yeah.
And they gave it a 5-star match, which is very surprising for WWE. But then the next pay-per-view, they do have some injuries, but really their best wrestler right now is Cody Rhodes. And WWE acts like AEW is not competition. Roman Reigns always talks about AEW is not competition. They do not have the money that WWE has.
Yeah.
They don't.
No, not yet.
Tony Khan has
the money
WWE
but
has.
the company is far.
AEW, have they started turning profits? Remember you said...
I don't know. I probably have. I don't know.
But after like Forbidden Door, which was a great event.
Yeah.
Blood and Guts, which is just an awesome match.
Mm-hmm.
And
some Double or Nothing, which we were at in Vegas.
We were at. All this just in the... You can tell maybe WWE is making more money, and they act like AEW is not competition, but when you think about Cody Rhodes coming in and being like the biggest part of that week, becoming just like a main event level star, right upon his debut,
that just
the same
you.
Music, he is the only thing that's been drawing people to the WWE for the since WrestleMania, and now he's gone. And we realize that's the only thing we watch him for, and WWE knows that. Yeah, and they act like,
and not every AEW star could have came in that did that.
No,
but there's a handful of them that could have.
Yeah,
I mean, even like somebody like Paige or Cole coming back, if done right, they could have done that. But I agree exactly what you're saying. But
I don't know.
And then you have like on Raw, we saw those cameos for John Cena, and you had Big Show and Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan. And then you had Jerry Bell.
And then on YouTube, you saw the videos on YouTube, and they had the AEW.
Those thank yous for those congratulations. Yeah,
they're using AEW to draw people in. This because WWE can make more money, but you can tell by the crowd of AEW. The crowd is behind certain wrestlers. They have a certain reaction to certain wrestlers. They cheer, they boo. WWE, a lot of times, there's not that much of that because there's people that wrestling fans really just don't care about. Yeah, there's a lot of those people in WWE who could be better, but WWE does a bad job pushing.
Yeah, and there's hope. There's always hope. Will Triple H be back? Will Vince be out of the picture? Well, I love Vince, but we'll just see.
He's getting older.
Let's watch
Vince. There needs to be signs. Helmsley, Heyman, 2022, make WWE great again.
Yeah, we'll see. Enjoy Money in the Bank. Maybe we'll be surprised. Maybe we'll see some surprises. We'll see. Don't hold your breath. All right.
See you.
Bye.
What do you say about the streams? You always say it.
Don't cross the streams. The live streams.